Okay. So Ashley's going to take care of our guppies. Oh, I might have to turn the volume down. I'm using my laptop speaker. And
there we go. I will just start sending a share out.
I still don't know how to do that.
I'll walk you through it.
Well, maybe you can walk me through it tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I was trying to do a meditation today. It was like yesterday I thought it was hard. Today was even harder trying to do a meditation. Hello, Faye. Hello, Melissa. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. And yes, Ashley is monitoring for trolls tonight.
Adjust your lighting.
I don't know how to. How's that? Any better?
Fuzzy.
Yeah, it was fuzzy last night too, which is
bad as well.
Oops.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
How was that for fixing the lighting?
I guess. Hello, everyone. I guess I'm waiting on D'Arcy.
I'm here. I moved the box that holds the. Wow, look at that. I disappear and everyone shows up. Technical difficulties. Why don't you just say mother difficulties? All right. Let's just quickly go through.
Hi, Hilda.
Hello, Faye, Melissa, Tracy, Catherine, Hilda, Kathy, number 2, Orville, and Shara and Melina. How do you say her name? Melina?
Yeah.
Okay. So tonight,
oh, D'Arcy's off again on us, hey?
You got everyone there?
I think so.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, and we have Ricardo.
And Ricardo. Hello. Okay, tonight I am using Archangel Raphael Healing Oracle cards. They're new to me, and I would like to thank Sandra Murray for sending them to me. That was such a nice gesture, and she just didn't send me one deck. She sent 5, and so that was really a nice gesture. Okay, hello, Sheila. I guess we better get going. Hello, Kaylee.
I'm using the Black Cat Tarot deck in honor and memory of my favorite black cat. Don't tell Oriole, Puma. Don't tell Oriole, D'Arcy.
I'm not about to. Hey, Oriole! All right.
Oriole's here. See the black tail?
Yep. So for everyone, we're working our way down the list, and we will get to you. And so bear with us. And we're starting with Faye. So Penelope, why don't you start tonight?
Sure. Just a sec. I'm just mixing the deck. Hey, Faye. I did, while I'm mixing the deck. Oh, wow. I actually did 2 Adventure Labs yesterday. And then I did 2 challenges. So I've got 137 finds. Oh, and I did my first hide. So D'Arcy's like, wow, this is such a dark card. Let me see what it is.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
Well, I have to look at it. It is the 8 of Swords. You know, just guard your thoughts. Can you guys see how dark that cat is in the background?
Yeah, you just see the yellow eyes.
I would say literally guard your thoughts, be cautious. Really be cautious and pay attention to your dreams. Do you see the little the spider there? So Faye, guard your thoughts and dreams, watch your dreams, and start keeping a dream journal. And what, I've got to use these cards more often. That is like Oriole in the hiding.
Well, there you go. So Faye, hi, cuz. With these new cards, this says forgiveness healed. And I am willing to forgive myself and others in exchange for what I want, peace and health. And I know what the card says, but I'm just going to go from now on with the picture and the feeling I get. And this is enlightenment. This is the glow of love all around you. And the gold in the background, which is a cape or a shirt, I guess. And the love, just the way he's kissing the child's forehead makes me think of God's love to you. And so depending on who you believe God is, whether it's God, universe, whatever, know you are loved. Melissa is next.
Okay, well, Melissa, this is kind of, I love this card. It's really, really funky. It is the 10 of Wands. There we go. Whoops, have we got it there? And the 10 of Wands basically talks about, I'm just going to go with the feel of the card like D'Arcy. This tells me that sometimes it is, there's this expression, it is better to light a single candle than to curse the darkness. Well, sometimes you got to light a whole bunch of candles to see your way. Wandering around in the dark is just not good for you, darling. So take a step back, light some candles. I don't know if you noticed, there's some crystals. I can't tell what kind of crystals those are. Or are they just plain quartz?
I think they're I don't know. I can't see them, but my guess would be quartz.
Quartz to me are about clarity and healing. So shed some light on yourself, become a focal point, and do some healing. Get some more quartz crystals, and don't forget to cleanse them.
Melissa, you have here, let's see, listen to your intuitive feelings. And that's a unicorn too. And what it feels like is trusting your instincts, believing in oneself, and knowing that as you listen to the voices inside of you that are guiding you, and I don't mean the crazy voices, I mean the normal ones, as they are guiding you, listen to them, because I really don't think they're going to go wrong. I feel like you are embraced, and they literally are taking you step by step to where you need to be. So be open, be ready, be kind.
Is there something we should know about you, D'Arcy?
Absolutely not.
The voices?
Yeah. So, okay, Tracy.
Oh, wait, I have to. Oh, right, Tracy. Tracy. This is the 6 of Swords. You know what the 6 of Swords is? Make a decision, girl. Push or shove. Either stay on the beach or get your feet wet is what that card really means. And I think it's about pushing forward, laying aside the what ifs and the regrets of the past, and just move forward.
And Tracy, this one says, ask your body for a message. And what I really feel is that, and it's true, we all listen to ourselves and we all listen to our bodies. It tells us what we need and what we don't need. It tells us when we're hungry. It tells us when we're thirsty. But it can also tell us that we're moving in the right direction or if we're standing still. So normally if you feel really heavy on one side and you're tripping and stumbling and you can't get moving, that means you're holding yourself back. And if the other side is all airy and you feel like skipping, that side says go for it. So real important to listen to your body. Same with if you have a sore throat, is there something you want to say that you've been keeping trapped inside? Okay, so I'd like to pull for Sandra right now, since I'm meant to do that as the first card, since she is to give me the deck. And Sandra, you have organic food, and on it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for supporting my desire to consume organic produce. Okay, I don't know who wrote these, but what I think is you've got an angel on your back, Sandra, and this angel is willing to lift you and move you in the direction you want to go. And if you want to stay stationary, that's okay. But also look after your health. Make sure you are eating properly.
And Sandra, for you, the Five of Chalices or Five of Cups, this talks about not getting too hung up on being obsessed or overly concerned about something you lost. You know that expression, don't cry over spilt milk? Don't cry over spilt milk. There's a little bit of sorrow with the loss, but in the end, life moves forward. And you have all these other blessings around you.
Okay. So I grabbed tarot deck, and it's called Vice Versa. It's also from Sandra. And we're just going to mix it up since I've heard Archangel Raphael tell me, mix it up, girl. So exactly what I'm going to do. Next is Catherine. So are you going, Catherine?
I am. Catherine, it is time to move forward. Forward with your dreams, forward with your plans. Don't get too complacent where you start to get bored with the situation you're in. Always start grabbing for the next dream once you've completed the first one.
Okay, so these cards are pretty neat because, Catherine, there's the front of the 10 of Wands, and this is packing a heavy burden. And that as you pack a heavy burden, you think, oh my God, I can't make it. Now, flip the card around and look how easy that burden looks on his back. It's not as hard as you think it may be. So move forward, one step in front of the other, Catherine. Whatever it is you desire inside of life, you are going to achieve because you have the willpower, the drive, and the need.
D'Arcy, Hilda just messaged me to say we skipped over her.
No, we haven't yet. Hilda's next.
Okay.
We're talking to Catherine. There's Catherine. Sorry, that message was for Catherine.
Yeah.
Then Hilda. Then Kathy.
Mine are the other way around.
Well, that's your problem. Okay, so you read for Catherine now. I'll read for Kathy after I do Hilda.
Wait, I haven't read for Hilda yet.
No, neither have I.
No, I already read for Catherine. Catherine was this one.
Okay, and Catherine was this one.
Yeah, so who are we
now
reading
it's Hilda.
Yes.
So how did we skip over Hilda?
Well, in mine, Hilda comes before the Catherine.
Okay.
And so she just messaged me. What is this? The 8 of Coins. Here we are, darling. You know what? I know you want to move forward with a new future and a new beginning and everything else. So see what this cat is doing. This cat is using their skills, their experience. Obviously, this cat has a really big thing about catnip cake and vanilla icing. But either way, take the experiences that you've had, and if you're not happy with where you are, grab an opportunity to learn something new and take what you know, combine it with what you're learning, and move forward.
Okay, Hilda. There are new changes coming about you. It's like driving a car and knowing that instead of going down that dirt road, you want to go down the paved road. So follow the road that brings you to the destination on a smoother course of action that you would like to do. And also to watch your coins. Make sure you're putting your money into, I almost want to say, get a piggy bank and put all your loose change into it because you're going to use it for something later.
I still do that.
So do I. So Kathy is next.
Yeah, and Kathy, it is a time for moving forward and starting something new. You know how we grow our savings, like D'Arcy said, and we raise our children is another form of growing. And this is about self-growing, self-growth. I can speak English and put English words together. So this is a time of self-growth. So invest in yourself in the next little while.
Okay, Kathy, in July, there is a shift, move, change. But what I find interesting about this is that as you move forward, whatever was in front of you now is behind you, and you need to leave it there. You can't move it with you. It seems that, and this to me is more emotional or something like that going around, like maybe you had an argument with someone and you want to bring that argument forward even after it's been sort of broken apart. Leave it alone, Kathy. Just keep moving forward.
So before we go any further, I would like to address something that the administrator has put in a comment.
No, it's okay. She probably said it right from the heart.
Can you tell that they're sisters? Yeah.
Oh, which reminds me, I need to address the word relationship right now while we're all on the air.
Well, you mean like our relationship?
Yeah. When we say relationship, or at least when I say relationship, I am not saying husband and wife. I am saying relationship, like us, like Sean and I, like you and your best friend, me and my best friend, me and my daughter, even people I work with. So when I use the word relationship, I'm using it as a global explanation of people. Just so you know that in the future.
Okay, so I wasn't on last night's show, but I will concur with D'Arcy. When I say relationship, that can even be a relationship with your favorite cup. Check this out, guys. My new lady's favorite cup, Woes. And relationships, friends, your animals, everything. Because when you really get down to it, your relationships don't just include your partner. They include, the demonic cats that you live with, your best friend, and obviously your sister.
Yeah. Okay, so Orville is next.
Orville.
Go for it.
What have we got for you? Oh, yes. Hi, Orville, the 7 of Pentacles. Patience, sunshine. Patience. Quit being in such a rush to get all the answers all at once. Patience, there's that expression, and I've said it before. My Granny Goodwitch always used to say, patience is a virtue. I can't speak today.
I'm certain there's not many virgins in this group.
Patience is a virtue, seldom possessed by woman, but never by man. And you have to.
I love it. Okay, get back to the show.
You have to be patient.
All right.
Just breathe in, breathe out. She's only my sister.
So I have the Knight of Wands here, and this is movement. It's moving forward. It's an opportunity for new employment. I always love white horses because our dad used to say if you saw a white horse, white cat, and red-headed lady, you were guaranteed success in anything that you did. So we had a white cat. Our stepmom was a redhead. All we needed was the white horse. So packed a picture of a white horse around. But this means you're moving. You're moving forward. You're taking small steps. You're not rushing it. Keep a journal of information that you're hoping comes towards you spiritually, because it's definitely going to be there for you. Go forward with pride and care.
Definitely.
Okay. Shar is next.
Hi, Shar. Shar, for you, the Knight of Coins. Do you see, I'm not suggesting that you be like this beautiful black cat tossing away all its coins, its possessions. But it is spring. It's a good time to, this word, purge. Do a purge. Don't throw away, but create a pile. I do this about every 3-4 months. I go through my wardrobe, any clothes that have gotten too loose. You go through that, create a pile, and if there aren't people in your community you can give it to, then give it to Goodwill. But give back. It is a time for giving back in the universe, and it is a time for purging yourself of the things you don't need. So although this cat is tossing away money, and I know that might seem like what you're doing when you purge, this is stuff that you don't need. So time to give up possessions.
Think of everything you can go out and buy. Okay.
Now the idea is not to go out and buy something new. The idea is to create the illusion of space.
Well, no, actually, I buy a shirt, I take 2 out. So it works for me. 1 shirt for me and 2 for someone else. So sharp for you. This is take time to contemplate the direction of emotional happiness that you are looking for inside of your life. Spirit is recommending that you take time, sit down, and really commune with Spirit. And that's basically do a small meditation, write a note to someone and say, okay, hey, buddy, I want to hear from you. And just make it known that if there are people on the other side you want to talk to, you've got to address the issue. They're not just going to show up. Well, they will for me, but they're not going to show up and knock on your door, metaphysical door. So you need to call them towards you. And that's just it. Anyone who wants to talk to a deceased loved one, all you have to do is call their name. Okay. And be open to the messages that come towards you.
Or
all right.
You can be a little bit like me, who actually says to the messenger, I'm sorry, I'm not in the mood for you tonight. And they literally bang on the door.
Nope. Okay, so next is Melania.
Melania. This card is always highly disrespected. This is actually the death card. But if you see, this is it really is, stars.
That's
this
not
is
real. Isn't that the world?
No, it's not. The world is two cats. This is metamorphosis. This is changing.
And but 21 is the world.
I'll show you a picture in a minute. Can we finish? Okay. Here, wait. Just in case I'm wrong. With my deck, let me see here. With these small print that even my glasses have a hard time seeing. You're right.
Of course I'm right. I know my decks.
This is
the world.
This is the world. But it looks to me like metamorphosis, like changing from one ending to another beginning. I think the world is something else.
But that is what the world's about.
Yes. I hate to admit it. She was right. It's not often she is right when dealing with me, but I will concede that this is about new changes, new fresh starts. Which is really, really cool. Just a little side issue that in Indigenous culture, you see how the black cat turned into the white cat? In Indigenous culture, a black cat traditionally appears on the other side as a white one, and vice versa.
Same with dogs. Melania? Have Melena? Oh, I'll get it yet. I have, you know what I'm going to do? I'm copying everyone's name down that I can't say properly and putting into how do you pronounce? So I know it next time. You have the Ace of Cups. And this I love because in this one, she's actually standing in the cup and all the water is pouring out around her. And it looks like she's got tentacles, but it's just the flute that the water is coming out of. And this says you can achieve anything, that your emotional happiness is based on how you are feeling. So really keep on top of your mood and know that you're the one who sets the pace for the way your life goes. Okay, next is Ricardo.
Well, hello, Ricardo. There's a name I haven't heard before. Ricardo, new beginnings, new possibilities, and taking some time to actually expand your mind and discover different layers of the universe. Time of regeneration and new beginnings and new discoveries.
All right. So, Ricardo, I have the Two of Cups for you. And this is two minds coming together to become one, linked in unity. It doesn't always revolve around a relationship, but it could revolve around a relationship. And it's one where you really have to trust the stars are leading you in the right direction. Now, if there is any health concern that needs to be looked at for anyone inside your family, your circle, I would encourage them to go and get it checked and listen to whatever the doctor has to say. And one other thing, keep your money in your pocket right now. I'm sort of encouraged to tell you not to spend it right away. Give it a couple of weeks. Okay, next is Thelia. I never know. Sean said Miss Saddleback. I'll go with that.
Where do you see it?
Right after Ricardo, Hilda, and Thelia.
Okay, I don't see. How do you spell her name?
Thelia.
Okay.
She's at 6:33. Anyways, that's who's next.
Okay. So this card is pretty self-explanatory. This is the 9 of Wands. Pay attention. Mouse. Sacrificial mouse eating cheese in the open in a land of black cats. I'm not saying that you're in danger of physical danger, but there are all kinds of danger. So just be aware of your surroundings, aware of your situations, and then, darling, much like this mouse, pay attention. White mouse, black cat land, piece of cheese, all around in the open, nothing to protect him. If it looks too good to be true, there is a good possibility that it is not as good as it looks.
Right. So, Miss Saddleback, I have for you Temperance. This is all about patience. It's about understanding. It's about strength. And it's also about diet and exercise. But I also feel like you got a mother on the other side who's trying to knock on your door to say hello. And it's either a mom or a grandma, but it would be on mom's side of the family. And she just wants you to know she's okay, she's there, and she's keeping an eye on you. Okay. So Shar we did. And Kayleen. Hello, Cousin Sandy. And then Cheyenne and Justina. Okay. So Kayleen. That's who's next.
Okay. Yeah, you've got names that aren't coming up on mine at all.
Well, that's okay. So, okay. You got one for Kayleen?
Oh, I do. This is the Empress. Symbolizes and embodies fertility. I don't necessarily mean when fertility that means that you're going to have a baby. Fertility is also about being able to nurture things and make things grow. You know, like planting a garden, fertile earth, taking care of your family. So, excuse me, this tells me that even though you're doing this, it wouldn't hurt to also nurture yourself and take care of yourself. You're not doing that enough.
All right. So, Kayleen, I have the 9 of Pentacles here for you. And I'm going to show you the front of the card. And now we're going to switch to the back of the card. And what you can't see is up in this tower window is a person and they're waving. And it makes me think that you're going to see someone who may be in a nursing home, in a hospital, or in a place where they can't come out. Could be because of COVID, could be that they're sick. And they're telling you to be cautious, to take your time as you approach, to enjoy the day before you go there, and to make sure that you're looking after yourself, and that sometimes we lock away dreams, and maybe it's time also to open up a dream, something you wanted to do, but you've always put it away. So they're saying be open to achieving your dreams. Okay, so next is our cousin Sandy.
All right. Sandy, this is the 3 of Wands. This means starting on a new path. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily that you are thinking or possibly considering retiring in the next little while, but this is about starting a new path, ambition, and about trying a new talent out, like a new beginning. There you go.
Okay, Sandy. Um, a couple of things. Got the Four of Wands, and this is celebrating. And I know that there's a wedding in the family coming up. Not that I think we're all going to it, but there is a wedding coming up, and new babies coming up as well. So there's a lot to celebrate. And the other portion of this is about you literally letting your hair down. Look after yourself. Go camping if that's what you want to do. Make sure you take some time out to rejuvenate your own spirit. And at this point, I'm going to tell you that Michael's pointing his finger at you and say you're not looking after yourself. So I am putting it out there. You know, he's keeping an eye on you. So Sandy, please look after yourself. So Cheyenne is next.
Good call about Sandy. She doesn't tend to look after herself very much. Okay, Sandra.
No.
Sorry.
Cheyenne.
My mind is, Cheyenne, this is the 9, I think this is the 9 of Cups. This is the 9 of Cups, and it talks about, you've received so many things. And if you know, like he's just filling the cups he has, right? He's not overfilling them. He's not really hoarding them. It's like as he's putting them down, he's handing them out to other cats around him, sharing the milk. So you are doing well. Just remember a couple things. Prepare for the future. Cups is about what you receive, but often what we do when we receive a great deal is sometimes we forget to put something aside for a rainy day. Just consider doing that, okay?
Okay, Cheyenne. Again, there's the front of the card. Now, when you turn to the back, look, it looks like they're going to war. There's already fires being burnt. But it's also victorious because they're moving towards the goal that they expected. And that's basically what they're saying. Move towards your goal. Don't be afraid of all these other fires burning in the distance, unless, of course, it's real fire and it's headed to your house. And they're saying that there are obstacles. And if there are obstacles, you can jump them. You can go around them, or you can go through. There happens to be an opening. Trust yourself, Cheyenne, because I believe if you put your mind towards it, anything is possible, dear. Okay, Justina is next, and she has a full question, but first let's pull for Justina, and then we'll answer her family question.
Sure, Justina. This is a really cool card. This is the Chariots, but if you really look, there's a black cat wrapped, like literally trying to get abreast of these two dogs, a black dog and a white dog. And what Chariots talk about is a journey. And there's a certain amount of excitement if you don't always stay on the beaten path. And I think it is time for you to maybe pull the chariot of your life off the beaten path and try a new road, a new adventure.
All right, I have the 7 of Pentacles, and this is about, as much as the tree looks like it's dead, it's not, because it's still growing fruit. It's still growing baubles. And so whatever it is you're doing inside your life, keep doing it. You're headed in the right direction. You're achieving the dreams you're after and the financial fortitude that you hope to have in your future. Now, your question. A male family member continues to have one health issue after another and is stressing for him and us. Why is this happening? And is there anything that can be done to help him stay or be healthier? Do you want to answer that first?
Can you repeat that for me?
She has a family member who's constantly getting sick, one thing or another. And she wants to know, because it's stressing him and them out, is there anything... Why is it happening, and is there anything that can be done to help him stay or be healthier?
First, I think he should maybe go see a doctor and actually ask for a series of tests, because we're not doctors. And I feel that a doctor can do enough tests that they can eliminate a series of possibilities. I've recently had that done where 8-9 tubes of blood were pulled out looking for a possibility of something. Then you can move on to the next. The other thing is, I think this is a time for lessening overindulgence. which probably isn't something anyone wants to hear. But overindulgence isn't just food and alcohol. Overindulgence is also overindulging in stressful things, stressful behaviors. Off to you, Darce.
Well, I would say the same thing about we're not doctors or nurses. So seeing a doctor is very important. Having lab work done, because I'm sort of leaning towards maybe it's an allergen, maybe he's allergic to something he's eating. But if he's drinking too, that could be part of the problem. And it could be that there's an underlying cause that only a doctor is going to be able to find out. Stressing over it just makes it worse. So you need to remove the stress from it by saying, okay, we don't know what it is, so now we'll go to someone who can help us find out. And the best way to do it is for him to be healthier is go to a doctor.
Definitely.
Okay.
I just wanted to answer a quick question that's come up twice, a couple times. It's by Nikita. How do we get cards? We're going down one by one.
Yep. So next is Kim, Erica, Christina. Say you're welcome. And she says, cashing addictive Penelope.
Very much
for life now.
I am hooked for life.
Melissa says, thank you. Then there's Michaela, Mary, and Renee, and then Sarah. So we will get down to the rest of you. Hello, Kim.
Kim, I picked for you the King of Chalices, the King of Cups. The King talks about intelligence, about being really, really smart and being able to solve every issue or delicate situation put in front of them. So take your time. Take your time. Don't try to rush through everything to find an answer, because too often we think because we're smart enough that we know the answer, we slough over trying to get the quick result. And you're being urged not to slough over, which is odd because I don't actually use that word. So that word has to have some kind of significance to you, like someone might have said it to you before.
Okay. So Kim, I have the 6 of Swords, and you can see 2 people in a boat with a chalice and the swords in it. And notice the swords are not poking through the boards. So you're not sinking, you're actually moving forward into a communication of emotional self-worth for yourself. And it's being proud of who you are and knowing that you're making the right choices. And things may be a little rocky at times, but they're going to begin to smooth out. Okay, Erica's next.
Hi, Erica. The Knight of Cups showed up, and this talks about passion and romance and commitment. So I'm not sure if this talks about the romance that you're in at the moment, but you have this amazing capacity for love and this amazing capacity to let those people that you are committed to know that they can trust you. So just guard your heart a little bit, but move forward. And I keep wanting to go back to that romantic thing, and it's almost like resurgence of romance or something. Never assume that someone knows you like them, care about them, or love them. If you never say the words, how can they be so certain? Words have power.
They do.
That sounded a little heartbeat, didn't it?
Erica, you have here the 9 of Wands. And this is completing a deed. The rewards that come at the end of it, even though it may be difficult. Think of cleaning the house from top to bottom. And at the end of the day, you get to put your feet up, have a glass of whatever it is your poison is, and watch a movie. And they're saying to embrace the moment, be in the now when you're doing it. Remember, this is a time for relaxation. And if you don't relax and you keep burning yourself out, how do you expect to get anything done? So Kristen is next.
Okay, just a sec. Sorry, guys. Just sending a message to Sandra Murray. Let her know. I don't know what time you'd know, but
Right towards the beginning, Sandra.
there you go. And this is for Kristen.
Kristen.
Kristen. Hi, Kristen. You know, this is the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords says, yes, things are maybe starting to look a little dark, a little dreary. Maybe you feel like you're overcome by some situation. But there isn't anything that you can't get around and you can't face and succeed at. So put your doubts aside and move forward with confidence. And I'll tell you something about confidence. If you don't think you have it in the beginning, fake it a little bit. Confidence comes with practice. And sometimes we have to imagine having confidence in order to achieve it.
Okay, Kristen, you have here the 6 of Pentacles, and it made me think of a juggler, that you're going to be juggling a few things at once, and not to worry, you're not going to drop the ball. You're actually going to carry it through. And this is also celebration as well as balance. So if you feel like standing on one foot and juggling balls, go for it. But if you feel like hopping on a railing and walking it like it's a beam for gymnastics, unless it's like 6 inches off the ground, don't do it. Okay, because that confidence is just going to have you landing on your ass. So this is more about doing something you know you can do, because you have the power. Oh, it's that song. You have the power. And
what
it goes,
you're saying is, well, she's pretending to look in the mirror, building confidence, just not to become arrogant with confidence.
absolutely.
Okay, well, now comes the card that I happen to know D'Arcy will know.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, now death is not death. Who are we reading for?
We are reading for Melissa.
I thought so. Hello, Melissa. Death is about metamorphosis.
No, sorry. Michaela. Melissa's already been read for.
Well, Michaela, whoever the card is for, this is about change. This is about new beginnings. And despite the fact it looks kind of ominous, if you look, no cat is walking away with a halo. They're just walking away from one place and moving towards the next. So there might be a change in jobs, a new opportunity, or possible moving.
He looked like he was getting ready to order dinner.
I know, it looks like a menu, right? Like, it's okay, hold the knife. I'll have double mouse, heads on the side. Don't worry about the knife. I brought the implement. I'm sorry.
Michaela, you have here the Knight of Swords. And this makes me feel like charge forward. Don't speed, okay, because you'll get a ticket. But this is like take flight. Look, the horse isn't even touching the ground. It's above the clouds in this one. And it just feels like this is your time, your moment to make those choices and charge forward to them. Don't be afraid.
But don't be overconfident.
No, be overconfident. Okay, so
who's next?
Mary.
Hello, Mary. I hope everything is well with you. Oh, excuse me. Mary. The King of Pentacles. Can you see that, Darce?
Yeah.
You know, there's that, what is that song about counting our pennies? You know, a counting house. The king.
4 and 20 blackbirds baked within a pie. That's the one.
Yeah, that's it. So this tells me to remind you, besides the 4 and 20 blackbirds, you can count your money. Just don't flaunt it. Be careful with it. And avoid the blackbirds.
Okay, Mary. I have for you the sun. Oh, wow, that really did look like the sun there for a minute glaring off. And the sun is being like, just enjoy the day. Don't rush through it. Take your time. Commune with nature. Be the child. Remember to bring the child out once in a while. And this is just saying that, you know, basically enjoy the moment.
If you saw my screen blur a little bit, that's because my dog decided she wanted company.
Okay, next is Renee, and we'll just quickly, Renee and Sarah are next.
Okay, Renee, justice, balance, fairness. So when you're in that argument, take a step back and remember justice, remember balance. Here are these two cats, one on each cloud, and a shark beneath them. Balance, balance, balance. And I know this sounds strange, but while I was saying that, I also heard someone say, "Who's that knocking on my door?" You might be getting an unexpected visitor. Be healthy and do proper safeguards, okay?
Okay, so Renee, as Penelope is talking, I hear that I have the power. It's like that, and I know it's to something. I think it's, pardon me? I still missed it. Oh, yeah, He-Man and something universe. Anyways, this is, and that's why I thought of it, because look, Ace of Swords, hand in the air, celebrating victory, and knowing that you're going to wear the crown at the end of the night. That this is your victory. It's no one else's victory. This is yours. So be prepared for that sense of victory around you, and remember to be kind when you accept the I don't know, the crown of victory. I just don't know. I just feel like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I don't know what to do. And it just feels fantastic. So next is Sarah. Hello, Sarah.
Sarah, these 7 of Cups. If you look really close, there's this beautiful black cat, and he's sitting between two worlds. A time of changing worlds, looking at new, different things. And I wouldn't say that it's the end of one life and the beginning of another. More like a cycle, that you're ending one cycle and you're about to start another cycle. Stay positive, look for the light. But you know something, if you're going through a rust cycle, the thing is, nothing is ever as dark as we think it is. There's always the moon to guide us, or the stars, and sometimes both.
Yes. And Sarah, I have the magician for you. And look, there's a star, a streaking star, make a wish on a falling star. I still believe in that. And I think of flowers around you, that you should plant a garden, maybe explore the possibilities of growing some vegetables, if either in your yard, balcony, whichever way you feel best. And also it's time to dress up. So if all you're wearing are, like me, sweats and my favorite shirt, maybe it's time to throw on a little makeup. Okay, I'll have to eat my words later, but throw on a little makeup other than just lipstick, and paint on my eyebrows since I don't have any, and just dress up for a change.
See, that I understand. Even with paint, I barely have them.
Yeah.
But
so Tracy, you're welcome. I thought we got Hilda.
We got, but not Holly.
I haven't gotten down to Holly yet. So Hilda, we did get. She says thank you. Amanda. Hello, Amanda.
Now, which Amanda is that? Amanda Ward?
Our usual Amanda. Cheyenne's mom, Kathy's daughter, that Amanda.
Okay.
Hello, Amanda.
Amanda, don't get stuck in one position. Like the person who sits in a room that gets caught up in the memories of the past, and they get so caught up in the memories of the past that we forget to move forward. The hardest thing we find sometimes is we think of all the good things and the wonderful things, and sometimes even the not so wonderful things. And we get ourselves stuck in that memory, that past. And the future is always waiting for you, so move forward.
Okay. So Amanda, I have here the 7 of chalices or cups. And what I was thinking of, the one where come on down and you got to choose between Prices Were Right. And that's what I'm feeling here. Good thing my kid's in the background to coach me on what I'm supposed to be saying. But it's like, which one do I choose first? Do I go with the one to my right? Do I go to my left? Or do I go straight up to the top and pick that emotional happiness? It doesn't matter which one you choose first, Amanda, because you deserve the happiness that is being bestowed upon you. Be open, be grateful, be kind. Okay, not that I don't think you are. And, oh, yeah, do some baking. All right. Catherine, you're welcome. And thank you for that little message, my dear daughter. And Orville, we got him. We have a Ted Angela. So I think it's, I don't know which one we're reading for,
That's
but
just the Blair.
that's just a what?
Blair.
Blair? Oh, okay. So we have Blair next.
Okay, Blair is next.
Yep.
Blair, you got a lot of decisions coming up in the next little while. Flip a coin. Make a choice. Whatever direction you're going to choose, you're going to succeed. You can't just stay staring at the decisions. You have to make one. So take a leap of faith, flip the coin, left, right, third from the back, and move forward.
Okay, Blair. So I'm hearing love is a many something splendid thing.
Thing.
So I'm just going to put that out there. And this is the 6 lovers. And this is about rejoicing in the moment, knowing that there are people around you that care. There's a burning bush, which normally represents Moses talking to God. But depending on who you talk to, that could have been a spaceship who set the bush on fire. And then you have the green bush. One burns brightly and the other one keeps everything nice and cool. So balance yourself. Don't try to burn the candle at both ends. Try to go one at a time, or maybe 2 separate candles. Do things slowly. Don't rush through life. Take a moment and enjoy what is in front of you. Now we have an Amanda 2. Okay, so Amanda Ward Sheehan.
There, okay.
Okay.
Hi, Amanda 2. Stars. Make a wish on a star. Stars about changing and moving forward. But stars are really about, seriously, about making your wish and receiving your wish. The thing about a wish, though, Amanda, is just because we wish it, that isn't enough. We also have to work towards it because the universe demands balance.
Yeah.
It can't just give something without receiving something from the person who asks. Which is why you should be careful what you wish for.
Well, Amanda, I have here the Queen of Wands, and this is you sitting on the throne of power. Okay, and what I like about this, if you look at the back, look how the throne is growing. Even though she's sitting there, the vines or the roots are still growing, making her strong. And it doesn't feel like you, even though it says not with 6 kids, it feels as though you should be in control. And if you're not, this is the time to put your foot down and take control back, because it's going to be really important for you to have time to yourself. So don't be afraid to say no. All right. So I don't know what you did, but Orville laughed out loud at Penn.
Awesome. Okay. Just to let our administrator know, we have someone who's starting to message all of us.
She's already got it. And yes, there is good humor tonight as well. And now we have a Jessica and, oh, okay, Audrey. So Jessica is next. Hello, Jessica.
Which Audrey?
Red Crow. So,
Jessica, it's okay to argue once in a while. It's okay to disagree. It's okay not to always be going in the same direction as somebody else. But remember when you're fighting to try and find a balance, a place where you can come back to dry ground without one of you drowning. So stand your ground, argue calmly, or shout. I always find that breaking dishes when I don't get my own way works.
Well, Jessica, I have the Empress here. And it just makes me feel like, one, you're in control for a change. And two, you're plotting how your life is going to go. So making a new plan. And that you're laying it out in front of you like a map, and you're going, and you know that every now and then, like, you're not going so far ahead that, you're not looking at the possibility of detouring and stuff like that. It's like you're going every day and things are just coming at you. And as they come at you, you take what you want and leave behind what you don't. Okay. So, Shar we got. She says, hello, Penelope. And Orville says, thank you, wonderful ladies. I was not able to set reminder last night's show. We did. Amanda says, number 2 says, paying it forward. Ricardo's just talking to someone. Shar says, thank you. And now we are at, Blair was Angela. So, okay. Audrey, hello, how are you? Melina.
Audrey?
Yay, thank you, Melina.
There's a Jessica.
Yes, we did Jessica. Audrey's next.
Oh,
Okay.
you're the new Jessica. Or is that the same Jessica?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not that far down yet.
Okay, Audrey, my darling, just because you feel like you've fallen into the abyss, you're not alone, and it's okay to take a little bit of time to be overwhelmed. It's okay to take a little time. But if you really look, I don't know if you can see that very well. There we go. But there is always someone that's going to be there to help you out, to make sure you're okay. And while you're there, wallow a little bit, feel that, and then stand up and take that hand that's get back up into the light. Time for change, darling. I know that it's been a theme with me tonight, but I feel like there's change coming.
Okay. Thank you, Melina. I actually wrote it down. Audrey, I don't know where I want to go, woe is me, but it's not woe is you. The writing's on the wall. There's money around you. There's going to be romance around you. There's going to be change. And you just have to be open to it, hun. And the more you're open, the better it becomes. Okay? So no woe is me. I believe, or I once listened to a lady who did a talk, and she said, set a timer, 5 minutes a day. After a while, that 5 minutes a day gets a little boring when you're doing woe is me. And you'll find that before the month is out, you will stop the woe is me. And that's not just for Audrey, that's for all of us. Rather than look at what we don't have or what we think we should have in our life, maybe we should look at how do we do it. Okay. So, Amanda, we did pull a card for Amanda too.
Yeah.
Celia or Miss Saddleback, she said thank you, and next time just call me Tila. Okay, I can do that. And we did Angela, but we called you Blair. And now we're at Holly. Hello, Holly.
Okay. Hi, Holly. You know what, Holly? Overindulgence only goes so far. So, when you have that one meal, that one extra bite of something too many, that one drink too many, just be careful of overindulgence. Too much of a good thing is too much of a good thing.
Okay, Holly, the tower changes. Now watch what happens when I turn the card. Look, everyone's on fire, hitting the ground. But Holly, this is just some changes going on about you, nothing drastic. And to know that you are being watched by those who have passed over, keeping an eye on you, girl. And they're just letting you know that you're going to be fine. So, whatever it is you would like to do, maybe it's time to make a plan and move with it.
My apologies for the yawning. I'm not bored. I'm not tired. Just
So Laura is next, as well as Nikita. And okay, Laura first.
Laura, the resurgence of love. This could be a relationship you're in now that needs to, where you're going to find an opportunity to just have that re-spark, which people do all the time. And if you're not in a relationship, this is the opportunity of love coming towards you. Take it slow, enjoy the ride.
Okay, Laura, you have the devil. I just feel like going, howdy, how are you, lady? And so I don't know if you're in a relationship or not, but maybe you got someone who's doing the wink, wink, nod, nod thing. And I'm just going to say, it's great to be flattered. When you expect it, there it is. And I'm going to say, take the flattery. It's always great to have. But also to remember that if you've got an upset stomach or anything, get it checked. But you might want to put some Pepto-Bismol in your house in case you need it on the weekend. Okay, Nikita is next. I hope I said that right. Please, if I didn't, spell it out so I do. And like I said, I'm going to check with how do you pronounce.
So Nikita, you said?
Nikita.
So Nikita, I drew the 8 of Chalices. This card talks about departure, but when I saw it, I feel like maybe you should be saying this to someone. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more. So it's time to move on. That's what this card is saying. It's whether it's someone you're ushering to the door or it's time for you to look at a new change, a new challenge, a new location.
Okay.
I must prefer hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more.
Nikita, I pulled the Ace of Wands, and this is an opportunity of employment, whether it's for yourself or you're working for someone else, where there is growth attached to it. You could even be looking at a new job, at which point you sort of have to put your resume out if you're really looking for a new job. I actually had someone say to me, do you think I'll get a job? And I went, do you have your resume out there? She went, no. I went, well, that's going to be hard unless they knock on your door. Sort of like waiting for the perfect guy to show up and knock on your door and there he is. Doesn't happen. So this one is saying that you have an oh wait, I've got a story. But this one says that you have an opportunity for new growth around you in employment where you can make a little bit more money, and you should grab it like the bull with horns and go with it. Okay. Amanda, thank you for that. You said beautifully said, Amanda number 2. Kim said, thank you. Laura said, I was wondering, D'Arcy, when you said the other evening about being open to loved ones that passed away, or my dog the other day who passed away, how do I do that? Can dogs send signs like humans who have passed? Absolutely. You can hear them bark. You can feel the pressure of them if they're standing next to you or on your bed. It's just being open. Okay. And sometimes it's even, I know it sounds crazy, but sometimes I'll pick up, when we had newspapers, pick up a newspaper and there'd be a phrase or something from either someone who said something to me or someone who said something about my cat at one point. So just be open. Oh, Sandy had to run. Erica said thank you. Kristen said thank you. And Amanda was, she says, I was told a man is trying to get in contact with me, and my daughter said she heard a man's voice the other day. Would you be able to make it understandable for me, please? I'm not sure who it is. I think it's your dad, Mike, who's trying to get hold of you. Yeah. So that's who I think is trying to get hold of you. And then Hilda, I am in the same boat with the both of you ladies. I have no eyebrows. Yeah, isn't it great? Tell you. Ocean. Hello, Ocean. Okay, that's who's next.
Ocean?
Yeah.
Time to plant and grow. Plant something, start a new beginning, nurture and love. Love yourself too. That's extremely important in this. Love yourself. And listen, something I firmly believe that when you're growing things, you should always put your hand on the earth when you plant the seed or the earth beside what you're planting so that you can feel the vibration of the plant. And if you really pay attention, you'll know what the plant does or doesn't need.
Okay. Ocean. I have the Three of Wands, and I've never actually seen it like this. Normally it's Three of Wands and they're looking out to sea. But I love, look at that, the yin and yang of life, bringing things together. And that energy is right there inside of your hand. How do you want to play with it? You could be a healer. You could just be someone who brings joy to other people. And I'm just saying that you have the ability to have both the yin and yang inside your life. So be open to it.
Hey.
And Angela, thank you. Really sorry didn't catch that soon enough. Now I know next time I see Angela Blair, I'll know it's Angela. Hello, Connie. And for Connie,
for God's sakes, look where you are walking. Just look. Pay attention to your environment. And if you are not feeling well, take a little time to rest and to heal, whether that's physically or spiritually. Pay attention to where your environment, pay attention to what's going on in your life. And if you are not well, take time to rest. Or you could be like this little black cat here where someone took away the crutches and forced them to take some downtime.
Yeah. Okay, so you have, Connie, the Ten of Cups. And this is, look at that, the rainbow, the couple, and all the emotions in the world. Anything that you're looking for could be for you. It's totally up to you. Be open to the concept or idea of relationships, and be open to the idea that there isn't anything that if you think it, you can achieve it. And that seems to be really important.
Usually so.
Okay, so we do have a second Jessica, but just fast. Angela, you're welcome. And then we have Jessica, number 2. No, you're not too late. We're almost done, though. So one for Jessica, number 2.
Jessica, the card I picked for you is the 9 of Coins. But there's a message inside the card. And if you look, here's this cat lying on its back, surrounded by sharks. But it believes it's safe. It believes it has everything it needs to keep itself safe, even in the world of sharks. And the message about that is you're safe if you stay true to yourself, if you don't show fear.
Okay, Jessica, number 2. We have here the Emperor. And to me, this is you longing to travel. I want to get out. I want to do something. And they're saying, be patient. Time's coming. Okay. And it's also, again, you hold your world in your own hand. What direction do you want to go in? Trust your instincts. And then Lori, yes, like the flu. So if you have it, be careful, get it checked. Holly, you're welcome. Thanks. Angela said, thanks. My life has changed drastically and I feel I'm not coping well, but I'm doing the best I can. So thank you. Angela, take some time to meditate. Take some time to really think about you because it's important. And if you need counseling, go for counseling. Okay, honey?
Yeah. I was just going to suggest that. I know people find counseling frightening, but sometimes it's just that little tiny bit of support, a check-in, right? I have a really cool family doctor, and about once a month I have an appointment with him whether I'm feeling good or not. And, in the beginning it was about getting my heart condition under control. But now I call it my reality check. I will literally just pop in long enough sometimes to say, okay, this is how I'm feeling. This is what's going on in my life. And I believe all of us need that at some point. Yeah. It doesn't make us weaker people. I think it makes me a stronger person to have that little reality check to make sure I'm, handling things.
All right. So everyone, I will be on tomorrow night. I think I'm going to try the 6:30 p.m. again because it seemed to be okay. So 6:30 Pacific time tomorrow night. And I want to thank everyone for who always shows up, and thank everyone new who has shown up tonight. And may love, peace, joy, and happiness find you all in mysterious ways.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. And thank you always for having me on the show, Darcy, and have a blessed night.
Yeah.
Nasaluna, everyone. Go in light.
Oh, okay, wait, there's a Becca. She just snuck in.
Just a sec.
No, this is different. Hi, Becca. We'll just quickly pull your card.
Just a sec. I just put my deck away.
So while Penelope's getting hers out, you have the moon. And this is a new phase inside your life, and that you should move with it. And the moon can do amazing things to us. It can change our emotions, change the way our body moves. So making sure you get fluid at the time. And if it's a full moon, which is on the 26th of this month, go outside and howl at the moon, because sometimes it just feels good.
I picked the very first card of a tarot deck. Well, 0 is actually the first card in some, but this is...
The Magician.
Yes. This is about wonder and magic. This one I figured out, sis. But this is about wonder and magic and adventure. Off we go on a new journey, my friend.
Okay. Good night, everyone. Blessed be.
Good night.